And welcome back to Hannity. So in 2009, President Obama, he entered office under the mantle of hope and change. Well, now after nearly 8 years, some of America's major cities, they're now experiencing a devastating rise in violent crime. Joining me now with the details, Fox and Friends co-host, our friend Ainsley Earhart. Happy New Year. Good to see you.
Happy New Year to you too, Sean. Thank you. Listen to these numbers. The statistics are pretty staggering. In recent years, Americans have seen a tragic uptick in violent crime. The latest nationwide data shows in 2015, homicides across the United States rose by more than 10% from the year before. And one of the cities which has experienced a significant increase in violence is the president's hometown of Chicago. And during this past holiday weekend alone, according to the Chicago Tribune, 55 people were shot during the holiday weekend. According to the Chicago Police Department, the city recorded a devastating 762 homicides last year in 2016. Now, that is 2 murders a day. It is an unbelievable statistic, 57% increase over 2015. In fact, over the past 8 years, the Windy City has recorded 3,919 confirmed homicides. On Monday, the president-elect Donald Trump reacted to the heartbreaking numbers out of Chicago by tweeting this: Chicago murder rate is record-setting, 4,331 shooting victims with 762 murders in 2016. If mayor can't do it, he must ask for federal help. As the president-elect prepares to take office, violent crime, especially in our inner cities, will be a serious challenge that the incoming administration will have to face on day one. Sean.
Those are chilling numbers. Really, that's scary. Really. Ainsley, thank you. Stay with us. Joining us now also with reaction, Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clarke. Sheriff, former police chief of Chicago, one of the top officers there, actually said that 80% of the people being killed and shot are black Americans. We've heard a lot about Black Lives Matter, but the Democratic Party, the president, a Democratic mayor, Democratic president, his own hometown. How do you allow 4,000 murders and 10,000 people shot in 8 years and not do anything about it?
Yeah, you just look the other way. Look, there's no sense of urgency on the part of Rahm Emanuel. Gary McCarthy, the former superintendent, should never have signed that consent decree that he did. We're not hearing anything from the governor. Rauner of the state of Illinois, also the Attorney General, the state Attorney General needs to get involved. And of course, the resources of the United States Department of Justice. Loretta Lynch has been absent, and Barack Obama has been missing in action. Only in the American ghetto, Sean, could this kind of carnage go on with no sort of emergency measures put in place. If 762 people died in an earthquake, or 762 people died in spring flooding in the Midwest, or if 762 people died in a hurricane in the Southeast, there's no way that everybody would stand by twiddling their thumbs. That's the problem here, no sense of urgency. But here's the bottom line. Here's what's wrong in Chicago. It's not the Chicago Police Department. It's the fact that Mayor Emanuel has allowed Black Lives Matter and the ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union, to run the Chicago Police Department. They are setting policy, procedure, and standard operating position.
Well, should they not follow the New York experience? When Mayor Giuliani started stop and frisk, it was over 2,000 murders a year. They got the number down to about 300 or 400, a dramatic increase, and a majority of those lives saved were black lives. So why not implement a program like that? Would the federal government be able to come in and do that?
Well, you know, they could do it at the city level, but the thing is, and that's I think the promising thing about this, if there is any, is that they don't have to reinvent the wheel here. They don't have to come up with something that's never been tried before. All they have to do is the broken windows, the order maintenance type policing, but you can't do that when Black Lives Matter and the ACLU have set standard operating procedures that don't let the Chicago police officers on the street do it. Now, I saw the investigative stop procedure from the Chicago Police Department. Sean, it's unbelievable what officers have to do after every stop, either a traffic stop or a field interview stop. This overburdensome form that they have to fill out after each and every stop. It discourages police
officers. Well, then
officers
you're going to spend most of your time at a desk rather than on the street. Ainsley, let me go back to you. So in the time Obama's been president, nearly 4,000 people in Chicago were killed.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. You know, more people died in Chicago in 2016 than LA and New York combined. And when I moved to New York, everyone said it's so dangerous. My parents were so worried. Chicago is the city now that's so dangerous. And they have some of the strictest gun laws. They don't allow assault weapons. And a lot of people say we need strict gun laws. These activists say we need strict gun laws. But there's no correlation there. Strict gun laws does not mean that murders are down. Look at Chicago. Strict gun laws, but murders are up.
I love the fact that Trump said, okay, if you can't do the job, we'll do it. And you know what? Maybe that's a message because all lives do matter. Anyway, great reporting. Thank you. And we'll see you tomorrow on Fox and Friends. By the way, congratulations. Your book again, #1. Number one best-selling book in the country. Sheriff, your book is coming out because I wrote the foreword.
Really? You have a book coming
March.
out?
Right,
March
Sheriff?
release date.
When's your book coming out?
March release date, Cop Under Fire, Beyond the Hashtags of Race, Crime, and Politics for a Better America. You can pre-order it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble.
That's awesome.
You're a hero. Thank you,
It's
Sheriff.
going to be #1 because our viewers are the best, and they support you and love you.
All right, guys. Good to see you
Thank you.
both. Coming up next.